Kids are born, strangled to death, wrapped in a polythene paper and thrown into a dump site.
It's so sad, very unfortunate. An innocent child has done nothing.
We were so shocked to hear and learn that barely 2 days ago, a young girl gave birth to a baby and decided to kill it and dump it at other graveyards.
This story is shocking, it's heartbreaking and throbbing. But for people in Wajir County, it remains to be a parochial, for this is not the first, neither the second time.
There is cultural decadence. In the Somali community, a girl could never get pregnant outside marriage. It was an abomination. This was unheard of. It was a reality few decades ago, but nowadays it's becoming fashionable.
Nashindwa, siku hizi kuna mambo imekuwa kawaida hapa kwetu Wajir. Watu wanazaa, yani wasichana wanazaa watoto kisha wanaua na wanatupa kama takataka.
What has this young child done to undergo all that pain? Why isn't he given the privilege to live and test the bitter and better sides of life? Questions worth $1 million.
In Wajir County, we have how many? Over 20 children who are actually fostered by parents and they're not by women and some families, and their parents are not known. If you have conceived, maybe you have been lured, maybe you have been compromised, maybe you have been dragged, and then you conceived. Please don't kill the child.
Probably due to the Uranus belief it is too late to intervene. This is a group which until now have literally been left behind. It is a high time to make a headline regarding the matter, which has been every second, minute, and a whole time trend. Through every matter, there has to be a solution, since people need to be educated. For a 15 teenage woman who is still in a formative stage and at the beginning of her life, it is now essential to move beyond approaches to the adolescent health focused almost exclusively on prevention.
We do document these cases on a monthly basis. They are referred to the law enforcement, other law enforcement agencies like the police, and sometimes we also receive cases where whenever such cases are reported to our office or even at the police, the perpetrators, I don't know whether they are alerted by the community members, they run away.
Some kill their children to avoid shame. Some have nothing to provide for them, they say. Some may want to further their education. But is murder the first and only option? Of course not.
We face this kind of problem. It is my suggestion that we come together, all the leaders, including women leaders, religious leaders, youth leaders, the NGOs, all elders, all the social groups. We have to come together and we have to say where the rain started to beat us, what happened to our young girls and to our young boys, and why do we see these actually painful pictures in the markets and in dustbins.
Laws of the country are also not working. Who has impregnated the girl? What action are we taking about the woman who delivered the girl and killed it? What are the causes of infanticide? Poverty, moral decadence, lack of enforcement of the laws, probably inequality in terms of gender. So this discussion has become big in the social media.
Approximately 12 million girls aged 15 to 19 years and at least 777,000 girls under 15 give birth each year in developing regions, Wajir being one of the most affected counties. This is the region where infants are always dumped like any other ordinary dirt, and mothers act like nothing is happening. Sometimes people try to expose what's wrong with you because you are the wrongdoer.
I understand and I believe that there is a communication breakdown between the parents and and the young girls or young boys. Of course, as you know, there is what they call generational gaps. The gap between the elders in the town and the young people is actually very wide. That gap is very wide. Let us try to minimize that gap. Let the mothers come openly and talk to their daughters. Let the mothers and daughters.
Sisi kama wasasi, mimi mfano, nina watoto 5, mvulana 1 na wasichana 4. Tafadhalini, tufikirie watoto wetu. Tufikirie watoto mahali wanaenda. Tujue rafiki huyo mtoto ni nani. Akiwa mtoto msichana, rafiki yake msichana ni nani? Akiwa mvulana, huyo rafiki yake huyo mvulana yangu ni nani? Tunaweza kujua. Tunafaa kujua. Hiyo ndio jukumu letu. Wazazi tumelala na tutujui jukumu letu.
Babies never chose to be born in such a lame situation. Innocent angels who have not committed sins in life are treated in an evil manner and made to undergo through a lot, yet the sinner still walks freely and happily.
As a department, I'm putting out this message that any child actually who gets pregnant, we are going to arrest the parents and charge them for neglect. Because the law allows for that, because it is a matter of neglect that culminates in this girl becoming pregnant. Yes, we do understand it is also the government's responsibility to protect and respond to this abuse. But the bigger responsibility rests on the shoulders of the parents and the caregivers.
The thought of this proverb, the pumpkin gives birth and the fence has the trouble, is a constant reminder of the present situation in Wajir County. They say that abandonment is a wound that never heals. I say, only an abandoned child never forgets. But the abandoned children here are not only abandoned but also killed. They are therefore not aware of all the happening despite the agony.
The area chiefs has failed their responsibility, and I'm asking the county commissioner that there is something, actually innocent children are killed under your watch, and chiefs should take responsibility of their location.
The First Lady will do what she can to ensure that a stakeholders meeting is held where a county-wide discussion can be triggered so that all of us can discuss what are the causes and what are the solutions.
I would like actually, first of all, to inform the members of the public that it is the responsibility of everybody, first of all, everybody, to make sure that we have a good society, we have clean society.
This is life, and life itself comes with hurdles, but it would have been better if they would challenge life, raise their children and make them better people in life. But it's very unfortunate that only the vice versa happens. Quresha Ali, Alpha TV.